Hello everyone, welcome back to our first webinar for the year. Today we're going to be going through our SAI Global subscription that we have, which has been taken out by the Co-op Fund. We've just got a few extras attending in the lobby. I'll just let them in. Wonderful. All right, so as I was saying, we've got our Co-op Fund, which funds a lot of resources like this. So to make use of our SAI Global, we'll just quickly run through about how all that functions and how you get an account to work with that. So this is the website that we're looking at, and if you're trying to find that in the first instance, we've got a few places where you can find that link to open up this website. And one of those is our partners page here. So this is in our Gyro portal, and we've got this partners area on your home screen. We've also got partners in the menu on the left-hand side. And we've got various resources here that you've got quick links to. So SAI Global is one of those there. Alrighty, so I'm just going to open up that in another tab. You could just click through to it, but I like opening up to another tab so you can shoot back if you need to. Another place you'll find the details for this resource is in our knowledge library under recommended software services. We've got all of those listed here as well. And it's one of the newest ones, so it's at the bottom there, and just gives you a bit of detail on how you can create your account for that. All right, so in the first instance, when you load up the website, you'll be asked for an email address. Now, if you have an Integrity New Homes email address, which is at inh.com.au, you can type your address straight into here, click next, and you'll follow the prompts to create your own account if you don't already have one. So if I just make one up for now, if I click on next, it'll give you those prompts to fill out all of your details and create your own account. All right, since we already do have an account, I'll just shoot back and show you what that will look like. All right, it'll prompt you then for your email and password. And if you have LastPass like I do, it'll automatically put your email and password in here. Log in there. Alrighty, so this is the main screen here. So the subscription that we have has the NCC, the National Construction Code, and all of the Australian standards that are referenced in that document. All right, so if we click on the menu here for NCC, all right, this is where we can look through all the different volumes for the NCC. So we've got volume 1, 2, and 3, which are various documents to do with that. So we click onto one of those, we'll get the menu on that left-hand side, and we can click through each of those chapters. All right, so you'll see inside this document, there's lots of links. So if you click on those, it'll link through to that particular part in the document. All right, so a lot of these are definitions. So, you know, rise in storage, if you click on that, that'll take you to the definition for that. There it is, just there. Click onto one of these chapters. We'll just see if we can find a link to an Australian standard here somewhere. Here's one just here. So if we click onto that one, it'll open up a new tab for us and take us through to that standard. So that's one way of locating an Australian standard, by clicking on the link inside the NCC document, and it will load that up for you. Give you a bit of a summary about what that document is on about there. And there's some extra details down here as well. You'll notice there's a version section. So if you needed to go through and look at an older version for some reason, you can click onto that and you can see all the older versions available for that particular document. Right, so there's various downloading options here. But for the current document, we'll find them up the top here. So you can download it. One thing you need to keep in mind here is that these are copyright protected documents. So if you download this, you can't forward that to anyone else. If you try, you just won't be able to open the document. So the best way for you to view it and to allow others to view it is for them to have their own account. So if you've got multiple staff in your business that need access to these documents, they can create their own account with their INH email address. All right, so if we view that online, all right, so it'll just load that document up in our browser. So there's various tools up here you can make use of. One of them is like this bookmark section here, so we can look through all the different pages and scroll to the part that we'd like. If you're looking for something in particular, you can also do a search in this document as well. All right, and then whatever you search for, it'll just give you all of the references here that you can click on. Take you to that part in the document. Now, you may need to make use of comments, possibly, in your business. There's a comment section here, and you've got some tools up here where you can make some notes and scribble over this document. So if you do make drawings and notes on here, it's only for your account, and that way it'll always be a reference there for you. So we could make a comment here. All right, so next time you come back into this document, you'll find that comment just sitting there. And by clicking on this comments option at the top right-hand corner as well, you'll see all of your comments in this document. So I'll make a second one in here. All right, so you can click onto those like the little shortcuts as well to take you to those parts in the document. Alrighty, so again, this is just a main page of your Australian standard that we're looking at the moment. You'll see that it's current with the little label there, but there's also this little eye icon here. So it's a watch document. So if you click on that watch icon, that will put it on your watch list. And if there's any updates to this document, you'll be emailed and let you know that there are changes to that document, and then you can log in and view what those changes are. All right, if you've already got on your watch list, it's just a grayed out icon. All right, so bookmarks here. So they're the two comments that we left on that page. So if we click onto one of those bookmarks, you can see that one will go to page 25. So if we click on that, take us straight through to that comment. It is there. I'll shoot back to the home screen here as well. All right, so this way you can search for documents as well. So you can use some of the search filters at the top, but I just wanted to make note here that you've got your watch list down here as well. So any documents that you've added a watch to will show up in a list down here. So you might have, 5 or 6 standards that you are constantly referring to. If you watch them, they'll all just show up in a nice little list here for you. All right, so if you know what the document number is that you're looking for, if you're looking up a particular Australian standard, for example, you can type the number in there. If you wait long enough, it'll pop up and give you some more text as well. So we can either click on that one to search for that entire word. Just loading. If we just type the number in, we can search just for that number, and it will find all the documents that relate to that, whatever number you've typed in there. All right, so once you've got a list that you've searched for, you can narrow that down by the filters on this left-hand side as well. So there's lots of different publishers. We really only have those that are linked via the NCC, so most of the Australian standards. You can see there's one there. So there's at least in our search, we've got 24 documents here that's showing as they're published by the Standards Australia. So we want to exclude everything else. We just click on that one and we can apply the filter. All right, so you'll see there's also some superseded documents and documents that have been withdrawn. We can again filter that down and remove those just by letting the filter know that we only want the current one. Your search may return a lot more than one result, but if we just want the current ones, we'll click apply. There was only one in that list, so it's taken us straight to that. All right, so we can add this to my collection as well. So that's similar to adding it to a watch list. So we shoot back to the home. I was expecting to see a my collection there. We might have to shoot over to this section here. I'll be telling you a fib there. I was expecting to see a my collection list in here. So at the moment, it looks like if you just rely on this watch interface, that'd be the best way to keep a tab on all the documents you're interested in. Alrighty, one other nice thing is we can go back to that NCC again. So there are all the different volumes of books, but we've also got the reference standards here. So if we click on that, that just gives you a running tally of all the standards that are linked to from that NCC document. So each one of these is just a link and you click through to that document. Right, if you've got any questions, let me know and I'll see if I can answer those for you. If not, that was just a quick run through on how you can make use of this software that's provided by the Co-op Fund. Well, it doesn't look like we've got any questions, so thanks for joining, guys. It's a nice quick one today, and we'll see you all again in a couple of weeks.